What's going on, everybody? This is Eric at Covenant of Love. I felt like I needed to post something with my face, obviously, and this is no easy task. But I'm going to get into a conversation about life and the reality of what's surrounding you right now. So I started out, take a look. Okay. I started out with dark hair. These are my daughter's headphones, by the way. I blew up my $160 headphones. I may make a video about how to dip. So I'm a master of wiring stuff. So I'm going to probably show you guys how to dip pre-made epoxy onto your headphones and stuff so you can save the wiring at the very edges of your connections, because they sort of make these things to break. Vacuums, all sorts of stuff. I can get into whatever. But I told you a long time I was Paul Revere. I put out the Paul Revere videos where I put out like a Paul Revere guy in music and stuff. There's so many stuff that I pulled off just because I get fearful. And here I am today. And this is not a fear message by any means. This is a reality message. This is a human message. This is a caring, loving message to the human race. I have been outspoken on what I think that is surrounding us. Now, as I have learned, and the more I learn, it becomes way more complicated. But what I have sadly again and again seen, we all talk about the message of Jesus, or a lot of people did. I was there, okay? I came from a very religious background. And the more and more you think you understand it, so you have to go through it. It's a passage. It's a passage through. It's a path from the beginning to the end. And of course, even though we think we know the beginning is still farther off in the distance. But I'm in a trade, and in my trade, I am in installation. I'm a master of my trade, and I start at the beginning and I finish the end. Every single thing that I do is exactly the same. It is extremely monotonous and boring when you master something. And then you wish to learn more if you are that kind of person, if you have that kind of thing. Now, it depends where you're at. And again, I will reiterate, I cannot go into detail about my actual life. I just can't. Legally, I can't. I would like to. And that has not, I'm not talking security clearances, so don't get all like I'm in Area 51 and get all weird. I've met one person on here that understands what I'm showing. One person, okay? And a lot of you are very quiet, and I'm not going to get into detail on that, but, use your mind, use your head. I have 45 to 4, I believe I have 48 main followers, 48 XX, right? When you start to see these things and you start to look at all this stuff, you should start to see things, which I'm not going to go into detail. How do you talk to a doctor? How do you talk to a psychologist? How do you talk to a police officer? How do you talk to a lawyer? If you have a grain of intelligence inside your fucking head and you are looking at what is going around the circus, and what I mean by that is you're not fixating on the circus. You are above the circus. And I will add, you are not a self-worshipper. You are living in action, not in violence. Like you have two things going on. You have the good violence, the bad violence, but at the end of the day, what happens? It's all violence. And I've explained to you many, many times, this is a facet of a diamond. And the diamond, the diamond master, the carver of the jewel, the guy that goes in and breaks down the crystal and gives it its facets. Do you know how to break down a diamond? Do you know how to make a watch? You think you fucking know, and then you feel like you know everything, and then you listen to people that think they know everything, And again, if you're watching me, you know who I'm talking about. If I start to name names and get on people's cases, it's because I'm trying to give them tough love. Hint, hint. So where you have some guy that believes he's a guru and he keeps showing you religious stuff, but yet nobody's doing the research. And then he'll say, well, you're playing the name game. See, the name game is right back here, gentlemen and ladies. Okay? I've given you words, the word, the living word. Why is it living? Because the human race has been working on it for a very long time. So they go through all this stuff. They make all this stuff. They work on all this stuff. There is no single race. There's no, even though you can say, the fuck is her name now? You see, I get passionate and I start forgetting what I'm talking about because it's just so, to me, it's so obvious and heinous. And it's not all heinous, so don't get me wrong. But, Occult Science 101, he produced a lot of work, and a lot of people bit into his work. And I'm not saying the man wasn't trying to put out what he wants to believe in. But what I'm trying to explain to you is I've given you enough information that you are either too lazy, OTO phenomenon, OTO phenomenon, OTO phenomenon. You've either looked it up, you're either a player in the game, you're one of them, or you're a piece of shit that's just too fucking lazy and you're sitting on videos like this like you think you're going to be something. Or, I don't know. And again, I'm tired of playing with the madness, and I get it. I get the madness. If you come on here, like Raw Christ, talking crazy shit, and I'll go watch some of his videos every day because I realize they're not blocking him. And if you can't see a big picture, and you can't see the fine slicing that's going on, you're literally getting like a deep fried onion at a restaurant, right? Except the problem is every other little tiny piece is poisonous to the other, and this giant onion that is being made is going to explode. Now, I think it will culminate with other disasters because I foresee things that are, and I don't like foresee like I'm having nightmare dreams where I'm seeing these visions and I'm here like Christ. Okay? We have to keep grounded. So when you sit there and you tell me, well, now I know everything, and I know the love, and I can't really debate you because you're never going to understand me. Because look, you aren't going to understand me. Trust me. Trust me. You will not understand me. And you're, hello? 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 And so you guys say, oh, you yell at your kids and blah, 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 blah. Okay, I told him I was making a video. So it points to who you are. So can you give me 1 second here? Nathaniel! No, don't say sorry. Okay? You don't know who the fuck I support in my life. You don't know what the fuck I do in my life. You'll take fucking 10 seconds and report me for some kind of bullshit. Okay? The grandeur and the beauty is, if you come to my house, guess what? Wow. They're gonna ask if they could hire me. Okay? My family life is stellar. Do my wife and I get along every day? Fuck no. But trust me, we are in the community. I've been begging you guys, and begging you guys to get into your community, store some fucking food, get whatever you need to secure your household, and be part of the Republic. You are seeing, I mean, I don't even know where to fucking start. I mean, because I haven't made a video like this in forever, and the reason I haven't been is because none of you guys are even fucking talking about it. You're all viewing it, but none of you are talking about it, and you are exactly what, Brzezinski and fucking, what's the guy's name with the fucking black glasses? I want to say the Kinsey, but that's a Kinsey report, which is just as fucking foul. What's his name? Kinsey. What the fuck, I'm saying it wrong. Anyway, he's the dude that made the NATO. He made the Trilateral Commission. All these individuals that are moving on you while you sit there and eat deep fried Twinkies. And look, I'm not innocent to it. But for all of you people that are like, well, if we could catch on to this love and we're all going to get into this love, and when we do it, we could change the world. Like, you're fucking running out of time. So, again, I've been in internal arts. I wouldn't say I'm balanced, but I'm a pretty level person. When I mean level, it's almost balanced. It's just kind of impossible to be balanced when, see, you can't have your cake and eat it too. So you're probably not driving around a busy place like Los Angeles, right? So a person that meditates a lot and has the balance, the balance, right? That balance. There's a direction to light. That's why I just did that, because most of you aren't getting my videos yet, but you're out there fighting for all these other crazy fucking people that aren't even showing you shit. How many times do I got to hear who talking about, well, I'm not showing you any of my back videos? Well, you shouldn't, because your weakness lies in your back videos. All of us are on here thinking that governmental psychologists aren't summing us up, that military people aren't summing us up, that the NSA is not watching you and who your circles are. It's a joke. And it's humorous. It's fucking totally humorous. Can that sink in for a second? So if you are what you say you are, then I would give up everything you have, take up all your money, put it into metals, and climb to the Himalayas or the Tibetan monks. It's time for you to leave this place. What's coming is not what you're looking for. What you're hoping for is not coming. The great change is upon us. It will happen. Your good intentions and your self-worship, the worship of self and the self-realization, is not going to do anything for you. And especially if you've been in combat. This is why I find some people like, I'm just not sure where you think you're at. If you have been in combat and you've got this self-realization, because I think that should be a heavy self-realization, or not self, the no self, the unself, the I'm going to do my thing and you do yours. But see, here's the thing. When you crawl up on my porch and you got blasted, right? And you want me to help you, am I going to do my thing or am I going to do your thing? When is it about brotherhood and love? When it is about giving everybody rights, instead of doing what's happening right now, where they're literally flooding you. They're flooding you with people that have no idea what the fuck is going on. They're fanatics within whatever it is. And atheism is rising right now. Oof, atheism. Listen, I love atheisms, or excuse me, not atheisms, but atheists with open minds. I got no problem with that. I got no problem with any person that's religious with an open mind. Guess what? It doesn't happen like that. So again, I talk in open, just open with nothing. I'm not going to give you anything concrete because I can't. It would be the stupid thing to do. But do you think an atheist thinks that you as a Christian are healthy and that you're going to better the scientific world in the future? Goes for if you're Muslim, Buddhist, whatever. I'm not sure. Buddhist may be universal power. Sometimes it differs, right? But we know the Catholic Church holds all the dogma. Not that they believe in all the dogma, but they have all the dogma. That's why it's universalism. They're the oneness that will unite. So a lot of you are looking for this New Testament thing to happen, but you're not aware of the great year. You're not aware of Venus and how her cycles work with the moon and they work with the sun. And I just don't know what to tell some of you. I'd like to say a lot, but look, I'm the first guy getting picked up, man. And like people come in, oh, it's not you, you know, don't worry about it. Look at the first chance I get to save my family after doing all this fucking work, what do you think I'm gonna do? Think about it. I'm giving you my time, I'm giving you my effort, I'm giving you real concrete things. Though it's vague, if you look up here, if you look at my videos, there's stuff for you to wake up. At the end of the day, again, I will say that atheism and I guess maybe it's agnostic, I don't know exactly what, but I'm going to say those of us that are free from dogma and idolism or idol worship, we're in a whole different world. Now, again, if you're into the Platonic solids, you're there, man. I guess they found a new one recently. You need to wake up to your surroundings. Why are we spending the Justice Department's energy on bathrooms? Are you fucking kidding me? So, you know, I'm afraid to get arrested just for even talking about a bathroom. Think about that fucking shit. If I talk about a bathroom, I could be arrested. So make separate bathrooms. A bathroom where I can go sit with my daughter. She'll walk in and she'll walk out. She's a little kid. I don't need to worry about if there's 3 guys and 4 women. I don't need to worry about what the fuck is inside there. I need to protect my family. That's my God-given sovereign rights. That's why we're in a republic, not a democracy. This is not a democracy. We're in a democracy, democracy. Mob rule. Mob rule is just a way to incite, conquer, and divide while they split apart all these knuckleheads that can't fucking read. Why don't they read? Because the government's not letting you read. Why aren't you into the universal books of the universities? Because no one's giving it to you. You got to go get it yourself. And think about that. Think about that statement. So what happens when you go do these things? You're not part of the masses anymore. You've now separated yourself from the poorest people on the planet. But, and this does not go for all things, but there are areas where you're going to not want to go. You're not going to want to go there with your 2 kids and your mom and walk on the streets. Is that fucking wrong of me to say? Are you telling me there's places on this planet where the uneducated will fucking murder me and rob me if I even look like I have money? They're starting to make everything sound like, oh, I can't talk about fucking anything, man. Fuck political correctness. Fuck the agenda. Okay? You have rights. What you should be wondering is, how come we have a guy that's got, what Bill Gates got? He's going to India every other week fucking allegedly working on inoculations. But he can't go and say, you know what? I'll give $6 million to make some farms and feed some people. I'll set them up especially in the rural areas. I'll set these individuals up. They can grow food for other people and have their own fresh food. If you can't have common sense and you keep thinking some dude's going to show you some kind of light that's going to take you somewhere else besides the reality that you are in. And I'm not saying you can't improve yourself, that you can't learn internal arts, that you can't learn to meditate, that you can't become more peaceful. Okay? That's not easy for somebody that's in a city of 10 million. Not if you're in Chicago. Not if you're in Louisiana. Not if you're in Washington, D.C. Where's Obama come from? Comes from Chicago. Wow, man, they're living in peace over there. Communism has done great for them. Allegedly. And this is the thing. As a human being, every day I'm forced to say, should I not talk to you anymore because none of you are fucking listening? Does that make sense? I'm starting to borrow all these people's sayings. It's kind of cool. Not really. It's not really cool. So, my journey's been a long, long time. And mentally and physically, I have suffered for what I do. Okay, especially with those that I truly care about. So I could have left you guys a long. These are little mushrooms, by the way. Little mushroom head. I could have left you guys a long time ago. I've been trying to sit here because I'm hoping to start something, and that's just love, real love, not everybody else fucked up. You know, I just wish they could see like me. Okay, the day-to-day thing. Okay, don't step on a snail. You know. Might want to kill cockroaches and rats and vermin, huh? But everybody's got their purpose, man. You know, I want to be overrun by rats. If all the vermin cover my body, everything will be okay. You have to see that some of the things you guys are thinking about is not really there. And your common sense is not so common. So you've separated your entire soul from this fucking planet. You are now like this pillar connected to the earth and connected to what? The universe, right? And those people like myself that see the universal principle, well, we're seeing it in a physical manner. We don't see it in a spiritual manner. So when we fight for children, we're being fucking asinine fools, because in reality, we need to separate ourselves and let the murderers murder. I can find love for him. I have love for him. I don't have any love for a fucking person killing kids. Okay, don't be marrying an 8-year-old. I don't give a fuck what religion you are. I don't give a fuck where you come from. I don't care what color you are. There are basic civility. There's rules to civility. Okay? I don't need kids that are under 12 worried about where their mind's at. I need them worried about schoolwork and sports and activities and building their character, their whole fucking mind. Not singling it out and saying, you are this being. And you know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to get into anything because you guys are such nitpicky motherfuckers, man. Look, at the end of the day, I don't need my kid worried about gender. I don't give I don't even, it hasn't even come into play. See, when it comes into play is when you leave your kid alone with other people. They're walking to school every day. Nobody knows where they're at. Okay. I came from a background. I understand this shit. Okay. When you take care of your children and you put them in things and you have them do homework and they have to read and they learn to write, they don't have time to contemplate certain things. Your agenda, whoever you are out there, because I know you watch my shit, your agenda is to divide this world. And what you're doing is you're making people like me, oh my God, what the fuck is going on? Right? And the other people are like, oh, I got fucking freedom finally. Then you start looking at all these individual, and Kip's Clips, he starts talking about, when you look at, they have a great sounding name for their charity or whatever political party or whatever it is, and then you look at where they're from. Okay, my kids don't need sexual rights. Put it out there. If you are working for a child's sexual rights, you need to be in prison. And if you are collectively doing it and you're lawyers and psychologists, you need to be in prison. If you worked on the Kinsey report, you need to be in prison. Is there some kind of fucking mistake here? Is there something that doesn't make sense here that I'm not understanding? So look, I'm not going to be on here. Look, this is going private in like 2 days. Common sense is not so common, and I'm stealing this from a brother here that I listen to once in a while. I don't listen to too many people, but I just felt I had to stand up today, because instead of feeding people, okay, we can accept adults for whoever they are. They have complete. If you're over 18, you have complete freedom, as long as you don't hurt somebody. I believe in giving you all respect. Okay? Complete freedom. I want you to help me. I need you to start airing out what's going on underneath all this. So do you get the freedom and then we go for my kids? Or do we get together and we out the uppers and the lowers and clean this fucking place up? Do you think we're getting to the elections? Well, if we are, we need to clean this place up. Are we going to get the congressmen out of there that've been in there forever, that are working for lobbyists? When I found out what a lobbyist was, I was fucking ashamed of my country. It's the most... there's such a double set of rules. Like, so how do you teach your kid? Play fair in football, but then you see the kids cheating in football and hurting your kids. How do you equalize and rationalize the things that are around you when everything, it's not dualism, right? It's faceted. Dualism is such a tiny fraction of what you fucking see going on. You've got to go way bigger than dualism. Okay? It's multifaceted. It's a multifaceted dualism. So I'm pissed off right now, man. I'd like to go into more, man. I just don't want to get killed. I mean, seriously? Bernie Sanders or Clinton? So the republic where you have inalienable rights. Sure, should the republic start to care for its poor better than it does now? Fucking absolutely. But that's not how they play this. What they do is they play the, oh my God, look at this republic, and then we need democracy because it's all a white thing. Utter, total crock of fucking shit. They are flashing all this other shit around you while they are taking your real rights. Is that fucking difficult to understand? I told you I was fucking Paul Revere when I showed up on here. I've been the fucking real man on here. I've been the constant, continuous. I come on here sometimes, I've been drinking and I'm depressed, and you guys go, look at you. Fucking fuck off, judgmental fucking pricks. You fucking sit in there in your silence. What? Do you got the weight of fucking everything on this planet? I do. Do you think I don't understand what's happening around this world and every continent? Do I fuck up on words? Sure do. Sure do, but I get the picture. I get the picture big time. So, I don't know. I mean, if you guys, and I'm speaking to 48 people, and for the 35 that are, working for somebody else or whatever, look, man, I'm just talking to, get out of the cold, man. Find a home. Okay? They're releasing the masses. If you can't fucking see that right now, if you can't see that they're releasing the masses upon this fucking planet, this is global. A mass reduction in the population. Is part of it going to be, do they know maybe about, are they preparing for natural disaster? I think they absolutely are. Are they totally evil? Absolutely not. But you're not seeing a big picture, and if I can't even get you to see a tiny picture, how the fuck am I going to get you to see a big picture? You're responsible for what goes around in your fucking city. If you have if there's a rapist running around, then you need to fucking go walk around at night and find them. If people are robbing the cars in your area, you need to go find these people. The police can't do everything. And now they're so tactical anyway. I mean, you can't see that they're building up for something. And it's not just what you think. You think it's all against you personally. It's not personally against you, but if you don't man up or woman up and get out there and talk to those kind of people and let them know I'm in my community and I care about my community, you have to understand at some point where you live, they may think, fuck, nobody cares. I don't know if you guys can hear my computer, but it's speeding up quite a bit. So I don't know if this will even be uploaded. I just want to let you know I love you guys, man. I've been here for a long time, and my channel stayed here. It's my channel. I've had to work with YouTube, and it's never been a verbal or typed. If you guys can't, you have to have intuition. If you don't feel the machine, you're not fucking getting anything that's going on. So the machine is integrating with you. It will be integrated into you. These are facts. These are not Me being, I'm fucking, no, Eric's crazy, fucking blah, blah, blah. You know, I had this guy today, and I had to tread so fucking carefully. An individual said something to me today, which is not, he was not originally part of, he's doing it as a mirror of somebody else. This has nothing to do with YouTube. And it's like all of a sudden reverse racism is okay. So I'm not going to go into, oh, you son of a bitch. I'm not going to go into detail, but there's a certain religion right now that's big in the United States that has to do with people of color. And it's a dominating, cover your head whole thing. But the person kind of has the originality of L. Ron Hubbard. He was a dishwasher. And it didn't take me long to figure out who this individual was, because I just looked it up and bam, within 25 minutes I figured out what the fuck was going on. Does that have to do with my spirituality? Nothing at all. Does reading have anything to do with my spirituality? A little bit. Helps me separate some garbage, clean up some things. But if you are sitting here and saying, well, the story I have is from way back when, but there's no way to trace it because this guy, this group erased it, that's fucking total utter bullshit. If you can't separate the made-up shit from historical fact and origins of other people, like if you have a religion and your buddy's associated to this guy and he's associated to that guy, why do I have to read all their text? I don't. I get to jump, I get to play hopscotch. That's why in certain things you're going to ask me, oh, what about this, what about that? No, I've already fucking jumped over that. I'm way over here. It's up to you to make a decision to be real with yourself. So if you are taking a guru's thing and you all of a sudden you understand like this higher psychology, which again I will say almost all of them. One person gave me one guy's name that wasn't involved with money. Again, Hinduism has as many sects as Christianity, and we have to understand that they've hidden a bunch of I'm going to pronounce this wrong, archaic archaeology from us. Real stuff, really important stuff. And it's a game changer. So I just have a habit of bumping it. Just like I grab books, I'll literally walk and just pull a book out that I can't even read. It's like in Arabic, and I open it up and boom, it shows me exactly what I'm fucking looking for. Until you get in that flow, and there is a flow to life. There's an energy flow. Positive, negative, male, female, water, fire, whatever, blah, 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 blah. There's a flow to good energy, or the mystic's search. You will be rewarded if you search. Make sense? For most of you, it doesn't, because you're going to stop somewhere. You have to keep looking. So at some point, it becomes interactive, where you are working on flaws within yourself. Okay, I was never a good listener. My entire life, I was never a good listener. I've actually started to become a better listener. And you trivialize it, whatever you want to do. You don't know the whole aspect of what I am or who I am. I am left-handed ambidextrous. So they ask me, why are you left-handed? Well, I do writing, right? You know, boom, boom, boom. Certain things, you know, the delicate things I do with my left hand. But it's from my grandmother. She's a, you know, French Duchess, okay, out of Canada, from France. She's Scandinavian as well. I can get into all sorts of stuff with you guys. Okay, I just want to point out that I've made strong efforts to share, and a lot of it had to do with Shannon Constance, in that she told me just keep looking, and obviously I was doing other things as well, but I also took her advice. So you got to be able to take people's advice. If they critique you, they critique you. You know, you need to learn from other people. Now, sometimes you'll know a little bit more, but keep it to yourself. Share and be loved. Love and share. It's obviously not going to be that easy. It's funny. Like I said, if you even read that whole thing I have up there and that stuff, everything that I have done is a mirror. And I'm a Leo, which is the guy that gets the mirror. So I've chosen, because I was not the best Leo. Not that I'm fully like, oh my God, Leo, and fucking I'm worshiping stars and shit. But I got some things, and it took me a while. There's a lot of shit I read was total garbage till I found one. It was actually Native American that really summed it up for me and said, look, there's some understanding here. I got to figure out what the fuck is going on, right? And it's all there, man. There's no secrets. So I've had dinner with the Brotherhood. I haven't tried to join yet. I don't know if I will. I don't even know if they will have me. But I can't just leave you guys high and fucking dry. Okay? You've been with me. I told you. I mean, here's the thing is I still have to keep my word. So I said I'd be with you till I can't be with you. Maybe I'm going to have to define those terms. But if you're not into really, really, really studying, then you're not really studying. I don't know how to put it any simpler. So this is Eric, A Covenant of Love. Always in a covenant of love. That's my oath. I've taken one oath. Get into your community, man. Get into your family. Get into your friends. This is a republic. You have sovereign rights in this nation of states. If the Union turns into the UN, then you still keep those rights. We don't all of a sudden international law destroys this or supersedes this. If you can't grasp that, then fucking get some books, get a magnifying. I need to get glasses. My reading is all messed up now. I've actually taken a hiatus because my eyes are going. Yeah, and certain people be like, oh, look at you getting old. What, you're not going to get old? A lot of the time when you're insulting me, you're insulting yourself. So when you don't take up the argument or the debate, see, it's a debate, it's not an argument. Arguments when somebody loses their temper and speaks incorrectly. A true debate is when two people talk about something that they may necessarily not even believe in, but they allow two people or a group of college students to build their brains, to allow things to be built that connect. I told you a long time ago, when you search for a whole bunch of things, you find a whole bunch of dots, and you find the one thing. You're actually building an actual connection, an actual web of understanding in your mind. Take it up. Take the sword up. Pick it up. Pull it out of the stone. Let's get some higher learning going on here. Some higher consciousness. Some true higher consciousness. Don't drive around thinking you're fucking got it. Okay? You can leave the post office tomorrow, bro. You can get rid of all the books, sell everything, head up to the Tibetan monks, man. They're waiting. You don't need to be at the bar playing pool. You don't have to worry about how the English spins. You don't have to worry about how I do it or how you do it. Okay? Because higher learning, you need to get up. You need to elevate. And if you're lucky enough, maybe they'll put you in that mountain when all this shit goes down. Maybe if you study hard enough, you'll decipher all that tapestry they have, all the machines that they have. What is it, 6,500 tapestries? Being well read, and I never thought I'm not compared to like say an English major or some people, but for what I do, I'm extremely well read. So we can believe in all these players because they're playing the game. where we can believe in ourselves and I guess nothing. I mean, because if we don't believe in anything, we love everybody, we're going to just let everybody get raped and murdered and killed. It's not for me. Okay, if I see you raping a kid, I'm going to try to kill you. It's fucking, that should be legal. And for me to have to worry that one day it won't be legal is a terrifying thing. So, justice has become a murky water in the United States of America. We now have people that are illegally here, so they've bypassed every single legal person that's tried to get here, that has probably worked quite a long time, saved a lot of money, and really pushed their lives to the max to get here. We now don't give a fuck about them. It's the same way that they did the housing thing, where they subsidized all these people. And so an individual I know who has a very high education, which I don't talk to anymore, even though I'm around him on occasion, because it's detrimental to my health. He was like, well, that's how we're keeping things together. No. So if you think you're really smart, you think you know what's going on, a lot of you guys don't fucking know shit. He's subsidizing that because the industrial market and reality is failing. The small business is failing. So you keep propped up the homes of all these people like a house of cards till it drops. This is Eric. Talk to you later, man. Peace out. A little long-winded, but, it's been a while. Like I said, I'm going to delete this fucking thing. A couple days. Steal it if you want. Post it, repost it if you want. Send it to your congressman if you want. Chop it up and make me look stupid if you want. I don't give a fuck anymore. I have to take care of day-to-day things in my family life. Life is not easy. I have money problems. I've got issues. I've got physical issues as well. And I'm just trying to do day-to-day. You know what I'm saying? One day at a time, man. Peace out.